What's up, YouTube? Welcome to my video and thanks for coming to cook with me. Now, I know that Brussels sprouts aren't the most popular vegetable, but honestly, you just have to try cooking them different ways and they can be really good, or if you just boil them. I know that's when people say they don't like Brussels sprouts, but you have to play with your spices and play with your oils. Now, as you see me doing here, I am cutting up my Brussels sprouts into about 4 or 5 pieces, depending on how big they are. I'm putting them into a pan that is heated to about medium heat and sprayed with some nonstick spray. Now, the olive oil that I just showed you is garlic infused olive oil from Trader Joe's. I don't use a lot of it, just a very light drizzle because you don't want them to be too oily or too fatty, but I just do a light drizzle so they don't stick. And then they have a little bit of flavor to them as well. Now, I add salt, pepper, and a lot of garlic powder. And I just stir it around as you see me doing. Normally, if I had onions, I didn't have onions this day, I would cut them up and throw them in, and they would saute really nicely. And then you see me put a tiny, tiny drizzle, like maybe a tablespoon of balsamic vinegar. Stir the Brussels sprouts around, and once you know they have been evenly coated, leave them there. Leave them there so they can get nice and crispy. Making sure you leave the Brussels sprouts there to get nice and crispy is the most important part, because I know sometimes that you want to just, stir them, but if you leave them there, they get nice and crispy. Okay, so I just finished making the Brussels sprouts, and I'll show you what they look like. And then honestly, the other thing I'm probably eating is a warmed up Quest bar. I haven't had one of these in forever, but I'm kind of not running late to class, but I have to go to class, so that's why I'm eating this strange combination. But I'll see you after. Okay, so I know that Brussels sprouts aren't the most popular vegetable, but literally these are so good. I'm sitting here eating them you guys need to try this. Really, look at these. They're so good. I promise. Give Brussels sprouts a try. They are life-changing. Now here you'll be seeing me teach you how to make the nice shredded chicken that I talked to you about. Literally, all you're going to do is set your crock pot to high, put your chicken in, and then you'll see me put some water over it, and you want to put just enough water so it just covers the chicken. And then you just leave it there on high for about 4 to 6 hours, and then it should be done. Okay, so I just got back from class and I forgot to show you that I had some of the black grapes I had for a snack. So that's what I ate then, but now I'm going to start the fish taco recipe. So we'll see how that goes. I've never cooked fish tacos before, but I'm probably just going to look something up and then tweak it to what I have or what I like or what I feel like doing. So I'll show you guys what I do. Okay, so first I'm going to try to tackle the fish taco sauce. I've been looking at a couple recipes, and it's basically, I think, sour cream, mayonnaise, and then some of the spices that you use for the fish and lime. So I don't really have a exact recipe that I'm going off of. So we'll see how this goes. I'm gonna get. Maybe I'll use a little bit of tartar sauce. But I'm going to add mayonnaise and then sour cream. And lime. And I think they use paprika, chili powder, chipotle I could use. I think it's cumin. Oh, I do have cayenne. Okay, so I think those are the spices. So I'm literally just gonna see. Okay, it says it's so good. Okay, so I'm just gonna take a little spoonful, actually 2 spoonfuls of sour cream. And then squirt some mayo in there. This is the light mayo, so it's not as bad as the normal. This is what it looks like so far. That's how much mayo I put in it, in case you're wondering. I like to cook just by like not having a recipe. I'll look up recipes to reference and see, you know, what ingredients people use, but I won't do exact, because to me that's what cooking's all about. You can literally do whatever you want and put however much to your liking. Baking, on the other hand, you have to be very exact if you want it to come out right. And I'm just doing a tiny bit of tartar sauce. Oh, let me put this back. The tartar sauce is in the middle. It's right there. I didn't do a lot of it. And then it says to probably do like half a lime in this. Now, on most recipes it said to just like let it sit in the fridge. So that's what I'm doing before I make anything else. Now, I probably should have gotten 2 limes because I really like to put lime on mine, but I was just rolling it so all the juices get, like, they're squeezed, and then I'm gonna cut it in half. I'm probably gonna do a little bit less than half just because I really want to use a lot for my actual taco itself. So I did... Okay, so this is how I split it. I'm gonna put this half in the sauce. Hopefully this turns out good. And I'm just gonna squeeze all of that in there. You're supposed to have cilantro. That's what like a lot of them have, but I don't have cilantro. Maybe I'll like go out and get it because I also don't have red onion, and I really needed some red onion. But if we don't, then we'll be fine without it. So I'm squeezing all of that out. Okay, so now I'm going to mix this all up. It looks kind of weird, but I think fish taco sauce is supposed to be like really thin and liquidy because you like just drizzle it on top. I think there's a lot of sour cream in this. Yeah, this is like really thick. Probably should have put more lime juice. But I'm just gonna mix it, and then I'm gonna try it to see if I need to add something more in. You can really taste the lime. I feel like you need maybe a little bit more tartar sauce. A little more tartar sauce and a little more mayo. I could definitely taste the sour cream, but not the other ingredients. I just put a little bit more of mayo and tartar sauce in. But you can definitely taste the lime. That's very strong. I don't need to add more of that. I wonder, I don't know if adding water into this to make it more liquidy would be like really gross, but okay. That tastes pretty good. I'm glad I don't need any cilantro for that, but let's see. Oh, this one's not open. Cayenne. Oh, it did say to add some like spicy peppers. Maybe cause I have jalapenos. Maybe I'll add some of like the juice of this and then jalapeno juice that's in the jar in this. Jalapeno juice, as weird as the sound, is really good in the crock pot that I showed you guys earlier. One time I was making spicy chicken and I literally just put the chicken in and put some of the jalapeno juice in with the water, and it came out really good. It was like spicy chicken. It was really good. And I added a little bit of salsa in it, and that's a really good way. I used it for tacos for the week. That was really good. I think that's all I'm gonna do. Okay. And then I just put some jalapenos over on the side. I'm just gonna chop them up so they're, you know, like a little bit smaller than their normal pieces. Because I think I'm gonna like mix this in the sauce. So there's like little chunks. Too spicy for me. So I just put the little jalapeno chunks in. I think I'm pronouncing that wrong too. And then this is what it looks like before. Kind of looks gross, but I'm going to mix it up. Pretty good. Alright, so I'm going to let that sit in the fridge. Not really sure why, but that's what all the other recipes did. I will show you guys what we do for the rest of the tacos next. Okay, so now I'm going to cook the tilapia, and so far I have set the oven to about 400. I would do 425 if you have just like a normal oven. I think it's like convectional, but I have a gas oven and it gets really hot. So I have a cookie sheet. I don't know if this is the right one, but that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to spray the pan with coconut oil nonstick, and then I'm going to use garlic powder, chili powder, cayenne, paprika, salt, pepper, and onion powder. Now, I did see like you could measure out them, but I'm really just gonna sprinkle it on both sides, but I'll show you what it looks like after I sprinkle it on. Okay, so I have seasoned the tilapia, and I seasoned both sides. So I did all the seasonings and then I flipped them, and as you can see, there's like a thick layer of it, and that's what you want because it's just, you know, like get blackened and get super crunchy or like crispy. So that's exactly what you want. And then I'm probably gonna put them in the oven. I have it at like 400 for maybe like 10 minutes, and then we'll look at it and then I'll show you guys what it looks like. See ya. Okay, so then in another small pan, I'm going to start getting the white flour tortillas all crispy. So I'm literally just going to put the pan on like medium and then just throw these in on both sides and then just put them on a plate, and so they're nice and crispy and warmed up. Now, while I'm waiting for some of these to crisp up, I'm going to cut an avocado. I'm probably only going to use half an avocado, but if there were more people, I'd probably use a whole one. And then I'm just going to cut it into like slices so we can just pop one in with our tacos. I might end up using the whole thing. And then I'm just going to cut it into little slices. Like. And then I'm going to just put them on a little plate. Then I'm going to have like the lime slices and all of the good stuff on. I also need to figure out what I'm going to do with the coleslaw because I have no idea like what I'm going to do for that yet. So that should probably be my next focus. And I'm just going to plop these all on the plate. Yeah, I'm probably going to end up using both because we both really like avocado. Alright, so the first tortilla is done. Okay, so the tilapia is all done, and as you can see, the spices that were on the pan burned, so your fire alarm's probably going to go off. But this is exactly what you want. You want it to be nice and cooked, but kind of crispy on the outside. Sauteing some red onions to go in. I just sprayed the pan with some nonstick and threw them in there. I have the heated tortillas, and then I created a little plate with avocado, fresh cilantro, and the cut up limes. And then for the Coleslaw, I really just added, this is the broccoli sauce that I showed you in my grocery haul, and then I just added some of the sauce into it to make it all, you know, like saucy and coated a little bit, and then I squeezed a little bit of lime over it. So I'll show you what my finished product looks like when I put all of them together. Alright, so this is the final product. This is what it looks like from above. I think this taco is the prettiest taco. Okay, so now, I finally took out the chicken from the crock pot, and this is what it should look like after it's been sitting there for 4 to 6 hours. See how it's really nice and shredded? It'll be really good reheated or thrown on salads throughout the week. It's so good and so moist. Thank you guys for watching and coming to cook with me today. I hope you guys enjoyed, and subscribe to follow my journey. Egg over it. It's really good. And it's cooked for the rest of the week.